Bleed black and gold, buff forever. You already know, man. It's your boy, YouKnowTGreen, and I'm back with another one.
Man, Deion said it's going to be a lot of change in the offseason, but I didn't see this one coming. If you don't know, this past Sunday, tight end coach Tim Brewster resigned Sunday morning. He went on X, as we know, Twitter. I hate actually saying X. He tweeted, "I resigned and just want to say thank you to Prime." Brewster wrote this on X now. "Just a truly amazing man and leader. Wish staff players much continued success." So I found that interesting because I'm like, all right, I get it. You know, we did lose Saturday 23-17 to Utah. But, man, one of our main coaches of our tight ends is gone. But Deion did say there'll be a few changes. Now, if you don't know, Brewster was in the first year of a 2-year deal. You know what I mean? He was getting paid $400,000 this year alone. Now, next year, we're supposed to have paid him $425,000, y'all, for the 2024 season. That's a lot of money. Now, he deserving of it now, because as we know, his coaching career spanned nearly 40 years, y'all. Brewster came to CU after spending the 22 season with, we already know, Coach Prime down at Jackson State. So it wasn't like he was new to this. He was true to this. You know what I mean? Prior to that, he coached the tight ends at Florida. You know what I mean? North Carolina, Texas A&M, and Florida State. His career also included 4 seasons as the head coach out there at Minnesota and 2 seasons as a tight end coach for the Denver Broncos. So this is a well-established, mature, in-depth, knowledgeable coach. So this just wasn't, here today, gone tomorrow. But what actually really happened, if you get down to the nitty and gritty, after CU 28-16 loss versus UCLA back in October 28, Prime had to make a few changes to his staff, right? We know what he did. He promoted the analyst Pat Schumer to the offensive coordinator, calling all the plays, as we know, while demoting, Lewis Rowe, right? By him doing that, it's only 10 coaches that could be, coaches, right, on the squad. 10-member full-time coaches, So somebody had to be demoted. So technically, Tim Brewster was demoted down to an analyst this whole entire month. Now, I didn't know this because these details wasn't revealed publicly. And if they were, they didn't hit my source line. They didn't hit the people who I go through to try to get a little knick-knack, patty wax, give a dog a bone. So I didn't know about this. But, hey, it is what it is. But Brewster did do a good job, though. Our main quarterback, Lord have mercy, I'm thinking about Shador being hurt. The tight end, Louis Purcello, he's been out the whole year. So what Brewster did for Michael Harrison was huge, because Michael Harrison was a wide receiver. They had a little talk with him and told him, hey, man, come down here to the tight end position. We could really use you. No hesitation. He did that. Y'all saw what he did. Actually, Harrison had a great year. If you ask me, they should have used him a little bit more, but we went to this traditional 4 wide receiver set. In my opinion, I don't think that was as useful. I mean, we already know after the Stanford game, you see how that went. We should have really kept a tight end in the game. If not for extra blocking, you got to give it to Michael Harrison. He was running those cross routes like a pro. He was getting open. I think that would have opened up our run game and more of our passing game. But with him being a threat across the middle, you got Travis on the outside. You got Xavier Weaver on the other side. Come on. And Jimmy Horn with Dylan Edwards coming out the backfield. These linebackers would have been in the world of trouble. But that's just me speaking. You know what I mean? Hopefully next year we utilize our tight end a little bit more. But it is what it is. Harrison finished the year, we already know, 31 catches with 284 yards. But if you ask me, he should have been in that 500-yard marker. He should have been a little bit over that because, let's just be honest. When he was in the game, he did his thing. You got to admit that. But shout out to Coach Tim Brewster. I'm not sure if with him resigning, if he's going to go somewhere else and coach and become a head coach again, or if assistant coach, or if he's going to go back to the NFL. I'm not sure. I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open, and I'll update y'all if I get word on what actually he's going to do. You know, I'm not really sure why he resigned, but probably because he don't want to be an analyst. I mean, don't get me wrong. Analysts, y'all really not really down there dealing with the players on day in and day out. You really in the film room a lot, you know. And it's just speaking from somebody who came from a collegiate sport. Analyst is really, you doing what your name say. You're analyzing plays all day long just to give to the coaches. You know what I mean? So they could go out here and coach these players on what to expect. That's a boring job if you really don't like that. You know what I mean? And this guy being a head coach, assistant coach, then he was a tight end, the main dude, tight end coach. So come on, like going down to the analyst role, not going, be feasible. And not only that, getting paid almost $400,000, we can't have you in the analyst role. We just can't do it. So big shout out to Coach Tim Brewster, man. I wish you nothing but the best. Appreciate everything that you did for us. I mean, hey, you already know the motto.
You already know the motto, man. Another day above ground is what? Truly a blessing. Like, share, subscribe, tune in with your boy, YouKnowTGreen, and I'm going to be right back with another one.